Okay, so the reality is, for the majority of people, they are manifesting less than they are able to manifest. They're thinking that they're manifesting something big, but because they're manifesting from here, from mind, from logic, what they think is logical, what they think is the next step, they're manifesting a piece of the cake. When instead, they could manifest the whole of the cake. So if right now you're going through life and you're experiencing some situations where maybe you are feeling like your manifestations are taking longer, or you're feeling like you are manifesting things, but you're not manifesting that main thing, that big piece, that big cake, right? You're manifesting this little piece. Maybe you're trying to manifest money and you're finding pennies on the floor. You're finding just small notes on the floor, right? But how do you manifest the big money? How do you manifest the dream relationship? How do you manifest your deeper purpose? In this video, I'm going to share with you one very powerful technique that will allow you to ensure that you are manifesting exactly what is most optimal for you. Not what you think is best for you, only to find out that it's not. Now think about this. You ever had a situation when you're manifesting something? Let's say it's a specific person. You're manifesting a specific person that you met at work. You're like, actually, I'm really into this person. I would love to be in a relationship or go on a date or do something with them. You manifest, and then boom, it works. You ever had a situation where you manifested something and it worked? Only to realize, whether it's a week down the line, a month down the line, or even a year down the line, that actually, this isn't quite what I expected. You ever had a situation like that? You manifested something that you've been working hard for, you achieved that goal, you achieved that thing. Then when you had it, you realize, whoa, this isn't how I expected it. Did I manifest it wrong? Am I doing something wrong? Right? Why does this happen? Well, oftentimes what happens is, think about it. Logical minds will think, if it's taken me 3 years to achieve $100,000 business, it's going to take me another 3 years to maybe achieve $100,000 or a bit more. Logical mind. But what if you manifest, okay, let me manifest the next $100,000. What if that is small piece of the cake? So this technique is, how can we tap into bigger piece? How do we do this? Well, think about it. Very simple. First thing we need to understand is your higher self, the higher aspect of you, whether you call that God, whether you call that source, higher self, creator, whatever you call that higher energy. Do you think that higher aspect of you probably knows more of what you need in life right now than you even know what you need in life right now? You open to that idea? If you're open to that idea, hit the like button. Let me know in the comments. Let me know you're open to that. Because if that's the case, where your higher self, that higher aspect of you, already knows what you exactly need in this moment and the next moment, most optimally, why is it that we tend to use our minds to think, hey, I want $1 million. Let me manifest $1 million. When actually, instead of manifesting $1 million, you could be doing things that will be manifesting $2 million or $10 million. But because you're thinking, let me manifest $1 million, you're limiting yourself to that little piece. And by the way, if you've checked out my other videos, you will know that manifesting the $1 million probably is not the best manifestation, right? There's a way to go deeper to not only help with connecting to that feeling, but also making sure that the manifestation happens most optimally, actually happens, right? If you just manifest $1 million, sometimes it can be a bit different with the outcomes. So make sure to check my previous videos to get a bit more deeper appreciation of how to actually manifest when you're talking about money, the wealth videos. I've got a whole wealth series, make sure to check that out. If you have checked that out and you are here, cool, we carry on. If you haven't checked that out, check it out after. But for now, let's imagine that you are manifesting the $1 million. That higher aspect in that moment knows that actually Josh can actually manifest $2 million. The most optimal thing would be for him to actually manifest $5 million right now, if he followed this path. But you limits that manifestation. However, have you ever heard the thing where sometimes people talk about opening yourself to the universe, surrendering to the universe, whatever comes, comes. Cool, that's cool, but what if you just opening yourself up and surrendering, you ever felt like sometimes it lacks that direction? It's like, okay, I'm open, but now in the day, does that mean I just sit around and wait for this to happen? No, you gotta take action. So you gotta give your mind something to be working towards. So how can we bridge both of these aspects, but only the positives, not the downsides, aka the aspect of the universal energy, the higher energy, which knows exactly what you need. How can you take that energy, use that energy, but in a direction, in a way where you're working towards something, but is not limiting you at the same time? So let me break this down. Because if you do this, not only will things manifest faster, not only will you be able to tap into the energy, the higher vibrational energy, to be able to manifest more easily, but also you will save yourself all the wasted time, whether it's weeks, months, years, or even decades, or in some cases lifetimes, manifesting things that you think that you want, that you don't actually want, you don't actually need. So what is this thing? It's one very simple thing that you can add into whatever manifestation practice you're doing, whether it's affirmations, whether it's manifestation meditation, whether it's an outer-dimensional practice. Okay, if you're not sure what outer-dimensional manifestation is, just type ODM in the comments and I will maybe do a video. If there's enough people who want to know about it, I will do a video in the future about outer-dimensional manifestation, which is, from my experience, 96% more powerful than the mainstream manifestation techniques that most people are teaching on YouTube. Okay, and this is actually backed by science. But if you want me to do a video by this, I can share that in the future. Just comment ODM in the comments and I'll be happy to do that in the future. It might be a bit of a longer video because it is in detail, but it's an interesting one, very interesting one that can be very powerful. But in the meantime, before we get to that, this technique you can use to any type of manifestation practice. You just add it in. So all you do is when you're doing your manifestation practice, whether it's the meditation, the visualization, or the affirmation, and you're feeling the feeling. Remember, most important thing is you're feeling the feeling. Very simple things here. These are basics. You don't manifest what you want, you manifest what you are, who you are, the energy that you're resonating at. So you're visualizing or you're doing the meditation or affirmations and you're feeling the feeling. Now when you feel the feeling, once you felt that feeling enough where you know that, okay, this is the feeling of me having it, this is the feeling that I'm vibrating at to manifest this thing, you know what that feeling is. That is not just saying, hey, $1 million, I've got $1 million, I've got $1 million. No, that's not just saying that, it's feeling it. Feeling it, you can visualize it, see it. What are you doing when you have that $1 million? How is life? What is in your, how do you breathe differently? What people are in your life now? What things have changed? How have you changed? When you're feeling that feeling, now this very powerful technique is simply to access more, not just limit yourself. You drop the thing that you are visualizing or that you are talking about or that you are meditating on. Drop it, surrender it, but keep the feeling. This is the secret. You drop the feeling you drop the thing that you are manifesting. So if it's the $1 million, you see the $1 million, you say, I am a millionaire, I have $1 million, I have $1 million, whatever you want to say or do or feel to get that feeling. Once you've got that feeling in the perfect point and you will feel it and you know that, yes, I feel it, I do have it. Now you drop the $1 million, so you're not thinking, I have $1 million, you're thinking, you just dropped it. You're just holding on to that feeling and now you're surrendering and being open to, I have this beautiful feeling and I'm open to more. I'm open to receive. Whatever's meant to come my way, let it come my way. Do you see what you are doing here? This is something that I truly wish that someone had told me when I first started manifesting. It would have saved me so many years of doing things in the least optimal way or not as optimal way. By visualizing this thing, feeling that energy, you are able to use mind. You know the direction that you're going in. Okay, I'm working towards more income, more abundance, more money, more wealth. But at the same time, once you've got that feeling and you drop that $1 million now, you're open to more. If it's 2 million, if it's 10 million, if it's 100 million, I'm open to whatever it is, my most optimal thing. If it is, I'm even open to the fact that maybe it's not $1 million that I get now, but it's $100,000, but it's my most optimal that will lead me to get even more, or that will lead me to another point, my most optimal path. So you don't have to put a specific on it. All you have to do is the only specific is when you're getting the feeling. Once you've got the feeling, you drop the specific and you just open. You're just like, okay, I surrender, I'm open. Thank you. You're feeling the feeling still, but you're feeling that even more is coming. That's simply it. And this isn't just for wealth, for abundance. This is for everything. If you're manifesting a specific person, how do you know that specific person isn't someone that isn't meant to be for you? But at the same time, your logical mind wants to manifest, wants to go in that direction. So you do the same thing. Visualize being with that person. Visualize that life. Do whatever manifestation technique you're working on. And if you want more manifestation techniques, let me know in the comments because there's a lot. And the reason why there's a lot is because every individual is different. Some people are visual learners, some people are kinesthetic learners, learn through movement, doing things. Some people are auditory learners. So same like that is with these manifestation techniques, some techniques work really well for one person, but not so well for another. That's why there's a few different main ones that I tend to teach and share with people because then you can pick and choose the ones that resonate with you and are really manifesting fast for you. You know what I mean? So that's why with this thing, it doesn't just work for wealth, it doesn't just work for relationship, it can work for business, it can work for health. Okay, how do you know that? Maybe you've got elbow pain, joint pain, and you're manifesting this healing. Okay, cool, you're manifesting it. But how do you know this isn't stimulated from somewhere else in the body or something else? So you're saying, you know what, I feel this, I know that it's healed, okay, but I'm open to also healing whatever else needs to be healing. Right? And notice when I surrender, I'm not saying these things specifically. I'm feeling that feeling of the thing that I wanted, say for example, healing myself, or specific person, or the wealth, and then I drop that specific thing, drop into the feeling, just feel that feeling. whilst also just my energy is just feeling open to higher self, creator, source, God, whatever you call that energy, knowing that whatever I need, everything I need will be given to me. Now I don't know if you guys realize this, not only are you not limiting yourself, but you're also not putting that pressure where it's like, it has to be the $1 million, or it has to be that person. If it's not that person, oh my gosh, what's happened? If that person sends me a message that I don't like, now it sends your vibration out. Now instead, when you're doing this technique like this, if that person sends you a message that kind of puts you off, or is a bit like, whoa, why did they say that? Now you can be like, oh, maybe this is a sign from my higher self, maybe this is a sign from my higher aspect that this isn't the person. Or if it is the person, it will work out anyway. Or if it's not, I'm gonna have someone better. This takes it's almost like you heard that saying where it's like a dog with a bone. When the dog has the bone and it's holding onto the bone, it can't eat the food. So you have to let go of the bone to get the food, to get the real manifestation, to get the thing that's meant for you. So if you got any value from this video, I don't want to make it too long, but leave a like, let me know that you like videos like this. If you haven't checked out my wealth videos, make sure to check those out because that will help if you are wanting to manifest money. Other than that, if you want more manifestation techniques, especially the outer dimensional manifestation technique, let me know in the comments, comment ODM if that is what you would like to see more of. Other than that, yeah, make sure to implement this from today. Don't let this be one of those videos that sounds cool, okay, that makes sense, but then you don't implement it. If you don't implement it, they say knowledge is power, but knowledge is not power, okay? Implemented knowledge is power. So implement this today. Let me know in the comments how it goes, how it feels. At first, obviously, because manifestation can have some sort of time delay in this reality, but notice the difference in the feeling that you feel from your current manifestation technique to this one, where you're more open, you're surrendered, but you're also still guided, you're still directed. Let me know in the comments how it goes. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Other than that, subscribe if you haven't already subscribed, and I will see you in the next video. Much love.